Welcome back. You're still on to Wake Up Nigerian. Yes, yes, yes. It's my favorite segment of the show. Oh, yes.
Hello.
And within the kitchen this morning is Chef Mary Jane. Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
It's been ages.
Well, it's good to be here this morning.
It's good to have you. All right,
you.
so guess what, people? This morning, Chef Mary Jane is setting the tone for the weekend.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Yes, sir.
When you hear Chef Mary Jane, or when you see her on your screen, you expect local. She always brings those local delicacies right on your screen, just the way you love them. And this morning we are making Ofe Akwu. I was very nervous. I was like, how was I going to pronounce that? Ofe Akwu.
Ofe Akwu.
Ofe Akwu.
Yeah.
But it's pronounced Ofe Akwu.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's Banga soup.
No, it's not Banga. It's like, but it's not.
You said Banga soup.
No. It has almost the same things you use in making Banga soup.
Okay.
But it's not Banga soup.
All right, so
Banga soup is different.
Let's talk about the ingredients, because I see very similar ingredients.
Yes, very similar.
Yeah.
The difference is the spices and the vegetables.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's get to it.
For Ofe Akwu is very, very simple. It all depends on what you have.
Okay.
Like you have the palm syrup.
Okay.
You can get some that are already
done. Which is gotten from palm
the palm kernels. Yeah. Yes, that's the syrup. So for this, I'm going to be using my already processed palm syrup. So what I did is I washed the palm, I extracted the syrup, I boiled it and got it to dry. So it comes like this.
But it actually takes, a lot of time.
Yes, it takes time. But there are some Nigerian companies that actually make the canned ones. So wherever you are, you can actually still get the same fantastic result.
Okay.
Depending on
the brand.
Yes, on the brand. You still get the same thing.
Yeah.
So we have the Banga syrup already made and done. I had already parboiled my meats. I'll be using cow leg, beef and shaki here.
I can see the way I'm smiling.
Stop smiling. You're distracting me. I'm cooking. Okay, so we have scent leaf. These are one of the things that makes Ofe Akwu a lot more different.
Okay.
Then I have my seasoning. This is a local locust beans.
Oh, okay.
This is ogiri okpe.
Oh, this is ogiri. I was like,
no. There are like three types of ogiri.
Okay.
There is ogiri okpe. There's still ogiri okpe. One is in Soka. One is another type. Okay. Then you have the normal ogiri, which is the one you wrap. Okay. The one that is fermented. Okay. But this one is the dry one.
So this is ogiri, just ogiri.
No, ogiri okpe.
Okay.
That's the difference. Okay. So this one has a fantastic arrow. In fact, that's the main thing that makes...
I mean, you open it up and then you can...
The whole place is something else.
But then again, do you still use seasonings? Like
yes,
your seasoning
you can,
cubes?
But you
because,
just reduce it.
Okay.
It's just like when you're using a roux. You don't need too much seasoning cubes in it. You just want to do it just to add a little more to it. That's it. Okay. Okay, so...
but is that a must-have? I mean, this...
No, some people don't. Okay. But most Anambras and, in Igbo land, we have different states and different ways. Yeah. There are like 4 to 7 cuisines in the Igbo space or stripe, however you choose to be. So mostly the Anambras and the Enugus use ogiri okpe. Others don't necessarily use it, but, well, the general... Well, okay, fine. Today, we are going to use this.
Exactly. Because, all right, great. And then we have our crayfish and we have our blended pepper.
Yes, blended pepper, crayfish. Okay. I'll be using fish and stock fish. It's coming. And I'm just trying to get it washed. It's soaked. Okay. So I'm going to wash it with some warm water to remove any possible dirt and stains. So it's going to come up in the bit. Okay. So
so what are we doing first? We are boiling our water to wash our fish.
Yes, I just need to move my water. Okay. 1 second.
Is that warm enough?
Yes, very, very.
If you're just joining us, people, this morning we are making Ofe Akwu. Yes.
The way you call it is quite funny.
So, yes, it's got same ingredients with Banga soup, but it is, So, like, this is more like the Igbo version of Banga soup, right?
Yes, but the good thing is, for this meal, you cut off, most times we are used to rice and stew. Yeah. Okay, this time around, you want to cut off the tomato.
Yeah.
So Ofe Akwu is really used with stew, yam, but not as a soup. It's Ofe. Ofe is soup, but it's not soup for eba or swallow.
Soup for eating, for rice.
Rice, tubers, grains. Yes.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
So,
so we're cooking already, right?
Yes, because I've already made the
palm kernels, yeah.
We just have to pour it in.
Okay.
Okay. So we give it time to warm up.
Okay. So when that is warm, what's next?
When it gets warm, we're going to put in our meat.
Okay.
Because it's already done, it's really not a Herculean task to actually make this meal.
Okay, so you know very much that the process for making Ofe Akwu or Banga soup is the same as making Atama soup.
Exactly.
You don't want to imagine the frustration that I go through.
Once you have your Banga ready, every other thing is ready for Atama.
When I have extracted the juice from the palm kernels and then having to boil and then it's cooking forever.
It takes time to boil.
I'm like, can someone please come up with a hack that could make it cook like faster?
What I do on that is when I buy my Banga, I do the extracting and try not to use too much water.
I don't. Oh, well, okay. When washing it, right?
For extracting, try not
but
to
then
use
you also
too much
don't want to. You know, we Nigerians, we always want to get the most of everything.
Then you have to do it 2-3 days before the day you want to use it.
Oh,
so when it gets thickened, you just leave it in your freezer.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't go bad because it's oil.
Right.
This is the same way you extract oil from palm nut. So it doesn't go bad. So just keep it in your freezer.
So we're just going to wait for that to melt up, right?
We're going to have it melt up.
Okay. Are we having... You need me to help you out with the cooker?
Yes, I think my cover needs a little more washing.
Okay, let's increase the heat here so that we can have this cook faster and you can enjoy every bit of the process. Great. If you're just joining us this morning, with me in the kitchen is Chef Mary Jane. I know some of you are excited, like, yay! Yes, we missed her. I've missed her as well, and we all have missed her as well. And it's so good to have her here in the kitchen this morning. And she's making Ofe Akwu. Yes, if you are Igbo, that is not it's not a strange meal. You're definitely used to it, yeah. All right, so we're just going to wait for our palm oil from our palm nuts to, steam up, and then we put in the ingredients. Anyway, we're still going to let you in on the process. For now, we have to join Mike on the couch. Hello, Mike. Thank you very much, Mazina. Welcome back, people. We're still here in the kitchen with Chef Mary Jane. And this morning, we are making Ofe Akwu.
That's palm nut syrup.
Yay! See me dancing shows that I'm very excited about this morning's breakfast. Now let's talk about the ingredients quickly.
Okay, so first of all, we had our palm nut syrup. Don't mind me, I had to cut this now. Sometimes it gets darkened when you cut it, so it's always best to cut it right before
you pour it in, right? Okay, yes. So this is scent leaf, yes?
Yes, that's scent leaf. And I have my...
Look at that. Oh,
okay,
wow.
That's the Banga syrup.
Oh, that looks good. It's not ready yet, but it looks good. It looks good.
So it's thickened. Now, everything we have is already done.
Okay.
We're just going to be mixing and mixing and mixing. So I have my shaki, cow leg, and beef here.
Okay.
We're just going to add it.
That's going to give the soup a very nice flavor.
It has already started.
Nice.
So I have mangala fish here.
All right, if you're just joining us and you didn't catch up on the ingredients, I'll run through it quickly. Okay. We have our palm nut syrup, which is in the pot already. We have our cow legs cooking with some assorted beef to go. We have stockfish. We have dry fish. Do we? Yes, dry fish. We have. Mangala. Is this what they call mangala?
Yes. Any dry fish will do the magic.
Yes. Okay. And then we have our seasoning cubes. We have Okirokpe. Yeah. We have our blended pepper, crayfish, salt, scent leaf, which will be the last thing to go in, right? Yes. Great. And
since I've finished putting in the proteins, I'm just going to put the ogirokpe. It's a very ogirokpe is a very, very stubborn spice, so you try to break it.
Right?
Well, I'm going to drop it in. It will still dissolve.
It's going to melt, right?
Yes, it's going to dissolve. So just for you to be sure, just keep it in a place that you can always find it.
Okay, so that you could use your spoon to, you know, dissolve it if, okay.
Yes. So after that, the next thing we want to add is our pepper. I like my soup a little very pepperish.
Okay.
Okay. So I have.
Is there a reason you didn't put all the stock fish and dry fish in? Like, are you saving it for later?
I didn't want to use all of them, but
okay.
I just washed it.
Okay.
So we have our crayfish. So we're just going to allow it to steam
a bit.
Oh,
that looks
good. It's already thickened.
That looks good.
It doesn't take time when you have everything done already.
And to think that it doesn't take time at all.
When
all that work is when you're cooking the palm nuts.
Yes. And when you're cooking your meat, because cow leg takes a bit of time to cook.
Yes, cow leg takes a lot of time, true.
So we're going to allow it to simmer.
Okay.
And don't forget, we're going to have our seasoning cube and salt.
Later
and the last thing we're going to have
scent leaf.
is the scent leaf.
All right. Great stuff happening here on the show. And pretty excited about this morning's breakfast. Let's take a break, people. We'll be right back.
Let's
now
go.
Have Dolapo the Vibe in the kitchen with us, and of course Mary Jane. She's been hard at work, and this is the results. Thank you so much, Mary Jane. This looks good. Welcome to the kitchen, Dolapo the Vibe. Chef Mary Jane has made rice and Ofe Akwu for you this morning. So while you have a taste, Chef Mary Jane, tell us how you made this.
Okay, Ofe Akwu is made from palm nut syrup. The same way you make Banga atama soup, but this is the Igbo version of the sauce, or rather the stew. It's really made just to cut off the tomato, you know, when you have to have your rice and all that. Okay, so we have the palm nut syrup, proteins, and this particular seasoning called ogiri. That's Iru. It's everybody in Nigeria uses locust beans for one thing or the other. So we have ogiri, and the aroma you're getting is coming from scent leaves.
All right. So Dolapo, let us know what you think. I know this is an Igbo meal. You're
I had to take off my glasses.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm actually, this is my first time trying this.
Yeah.
Really?
So I took off my glasses just to...
So that you can savour every taste.
Unlike MM, we need MM to wear glass to see that food well.
Please, okay, let's try this.
Enjoy. Nice, yeah?
Thank you.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you so much, Dolapo. It's all yours, so please.
I'm going in.
It.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Chef Mary Jane.
Thank you.
Yeah, that looks good. And I can't wait to have a taste of it later on.
You should get a spoon and join me.
Yes, I will definitely. If you're wondering what we've made this morning, this is Ofe Akwu. And Chef Mary Jane says you eat it with only rice or yam,
tubers,
or
any Nigerian tubers.
Yeah.
It's not a
meal. It's not a soup that goes with
swallow.
Yes.
No, it's for rice, tubers, and all that.
All right. Thank you so much, Chef Mary Jane. And thank you, Dolapo the Vibe, for being on our show today. You've been such a delight and a fantastic sport. Thank you so much. Thank you. Of course, we've got Mazino and Mike on the couch.
Yes, indeed. Let me use the opportunity to say congratulations, Mike. That was a very nice game. Congratulations, Dolapo the Vibe. You were fantastic.
She was. And of course, I'll pick the winner. We'll retweet it at the end of the show. You get to get your tickets to somewhere quite interesting. One on Facebook, one on Twitter.
6,000 naira winner.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
All right. At this point, we'll have to say our farewells. Thank you to all our guests who have been on the show today. You all have been amazing. Thank you so much. And till next week, Monday, we'll be on your screen, same time, 7 a.m. Have a fantastic weekend.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.